Welcome back.
Starlight Express opened at London's Apollo Victoria Theatre in 1984. It ran there non-stop for 18 years and more than 7,000 performances. To put the show on, the theatre had to be specially adapted. Tracks were built around the auditorium so that the dancers who were playing the role of express trains could roller skate all around the audience.
Starlight Express was an expensive musical and somewhat dangerous. When it went to Broadway, another theatre had to be adapted. In Germany, a theatre was built especially for it, and it's playing there even today after 25 years.
To take the show on tour, where it was impossible to rebuild entire theaters, other solutions had to be found. Here in our studio, we're delighted to have the cast of Starlight Express to talk to us about the production that's on show in Hong Kong right now.
I saw you, and my world changed. I played a game, it's true. Someday soon, I know I'll wait. It's not too late. Oh, I wish you could see how much I've discovered, how much I still care.
I saw you, and time stood still. Won't rest until you're mine. Someday soon, I'll end the chase. We'll win this race. I wish you could see how much I've discovered, how much I still care. I see you when you're looking lonely, and I hope that everything's alright. You think that nobody will love you, but I do. And I'm wondering if you feel the same way, but I'll never get the chance to ask. I guess you'll never know how I love you, but I do. It's so obvious how good you make me feel. It's so obvious that we should make this real. I see you when you're looking lonely, and I hope that everything's alright. You think that nobody will love you, but I do. And I'm wondering if you feel the same way, but I'll never get the chance to ask. I guess you'll never know how I love you, but I do. But I do. See you when you're looking lonely, and I hope that everything's alright. You think that nobody will love you, but I do. And I'm wondering if you feel the same way, but I'll never get the chance to ask. Guess you'll never know how I love you, but I do. But I do. But I do. But I do. I guess you'll never know how I love you, but I do.
We're here in the studio with Leanne, Kristofer, and Mykal, and other cast members from Starlight Express. Welcome to the works.
Thank you.
So I'd like to begin by asking, how do you even get into this kind of a musical? This is not your everyday musical, mainly because of these jobbies here, the skates.
Yeah.
Did you all skate before you came to the show?
No, I didn't skate at all.
So what was that learning curve like? That must have been a bit insane.
Yeah, it's fun. You audition the same as a a regular musical. You know, you just you sing, you dance, you act, you do all those sort of things to get in. And then they have what's called a skate school, and there's a very talented man called Mykal who teaches everyone to skate. And you have, depending on what form of the show you're in, depends on how long your skate school will take. So it can be anything from 6 weeks to 3 months long to learn to skate, and then you do the choreography, the numbers, and everything on top. So.
My goodness. These costumes are certainly fantastic as well. Is it an adjustment period to get used to doing all of this, wearing all of this bulky stuff?
Yeah, the boxes, I mean, for the girls, they're not too bad, but for the guys, they're really, really heavy. So quite restricted.
Now, 25 million people and counting have seen this show in total. And that speaks to its power and success, and it's obviously speaking to someone. Do you think this show really can speak to different age levels in different ways?
I think so, yeah. There's something for everyone in this show, especially music-wise. There's so many different genres of music in the show, you know, from blues, pop, rock, soul, hip-hop. You know, it really does cater for everyone. And visually, it's so appealing to everyone, from young kids to older you know, grandparents. Yeah.
I'd like to ask you specifically, you've done this show in theaters that are purposely built for the production.
Yes.
And that must be quite a different experience than traveling to a different theater with a stage that's not designed for roller skating.
Definitely.
And you don't have all the tracks and all that. So technically and also as an actor, how do you adjust?
Well, you know, when you go to somewhere like Bochum, where the show was the theatre was purposely built for the show, and they built the theatre around the set. So everything is on one level, everything's flat, everything's very easy to get around, you know. And you go into these older theatres, like around England and different countries, and there's stairs to deal with, and hills, and uneven stages and things. So it's quite difficult. It's quite a big task to get this show into even the smallest theatres around, just so it's safe for everyone to be able to do the show.
And in terms of the presentation in the theatre, then I'm of the understanding that the theaters that have been designed for this have ramps and rails going all around the audience. Yeah. You don't have the luxury of that when you tour. So how do you deal with that aspect?
Well, they came up with a very clever idea, actually, because, you know, obviously when you're in a purpose-built theatre, the tracks go out into the audience. So they still wanted to bring the show out into the audience. So they came up with the idea of using 3D film. So, you know, the audience sit there and they put their glasses on and, you know, watch these pieces and bits and pieces flying at them and everything. It's quite fun to hear them all ducking and shouting and screaming.
You can hear them screaming from the front. Yeah, it's great.
So I understand this musical started out as a child's cartoon that Andrew Lloyd Webber was actually not intending to be a big stage production. What can you tell me about the story?
It's a sort of an old-fashioned story of underdog comes good, you know, and makes a name for himself, and you don't think he's going to get anywhere. There's the love story in there as well. I always liken it to an old British sort of pantomime, you know, that sort of area. And the storyline is very much Cinderella, but this way it's spun on its head. So Rusty is the Cinderella character. You've got the wicked stepsisters, Electra, Greaseball. You've got the fairy godmother as Popper, and you've got the Prince Charming as Pearl. But so it's switched on its head as it's a male lead character. But so you've got all the themes from that. So you've got that sort of everyone in the audience wanting Rusty to make it and be great, and he's chasing the girl, the love interest, and you've got guys getting in his way all the time and stuff. So it's a love story surrounded by, you know, all sorts of different little themes that are going on as well. And
you're all meant to be locomotives or aspects of trains.
Yes. Oh. There's a little boy at the beginning of the show who's playing with his train set. And his mother goes into his bedroom and tells him to go to bed. And when he falls asleep, he dreams that his train set comes to life. And he's having a train race across America.
Right, okay. And you're on at the Academy for Performing Arts until when?
The 3rd of November is our last show.
Brilliant. So if folks are interested in coming out and seeing you do your thing live, there's still a chance for them to do so. 2
shows Saturday, 2 shows Sunday, and 1 every night, Tuesday through Friday.
Brilliant.
I am electric, feel my attraction, feel my magnetism, you will agree. I am electric, I have the contacts, I am electric, the future is me. AC/DC, it's okay by me.
find hell touching me. I can shock you, I can set you on fire. I can reach up and pluck down the lightning. Watch the conductor, see the light wire. ACTC, it's okay by me. It's okay by me. I can switch and change my frequency. Resistance is pointless. Feel my magnetism, you will agree. You can't ignore me, you must adore me. I am electric, come closer to me. ACDC, it's okay by me.